Alright, we are live. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. My name is Brando Linick, and I'm going to be talking to you kind of about business in this video, talking about specifically what you need to start a catering business. This is something I've been able to get around over like the last 4.5 years on top of starting different types of businesses. A lot of those things did fail. Some of them did work. I can definitely tell you what to avoid, what to look out for from that. But touching base on a catering business, talking about what you actually need, and sharing with you, some of my experiences over the last like year and a half here that can save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to building a business just in general. You're going to want to know, you're going to want to pay close attention to. But when it comes to the first part of this conversation, a catering business is actually fairly simple to start, although I will tell you this, there's a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to it that can be just nuts. If you don't have a cleanliness place to operate under, you can immediately get shut down. Alright, home inspection, or I should say health inspection, depending on if you're operating a catering business in your home or in a store setting that you've rented out, you've leased out, or you bought. It's very strict and very stern, and you got to be able to abide by them, and if you don't, you will get shut down. So that's the first most important thing that you need to know on what you actually need. Alright, a clean place to operate under, whether that's in your home or whether that's in a place that you've rented, leased out, or bought, which is like the second thing that you need to know. Are you renting, leasing, or buying? Alright, you got to keep that in mind. But from that point on, once you have those two questions answered, alright, once you know where you're going to be operating and you know that it's going to be clean, you need to keep in mind your equipment and supplies need to be up to date, or if they're used, they have to be followed through with the regulations that health inspection goes through. Alright, and if they're not, you're going to have to sell them, or you're going to have to get new stuff anyway. Alright, so that's one thing you need to keep in mind. Other than that though, once you have that down, it's really, from that point on, you can start posting ads up on Craigslist, get your business going, get it going, and whether that's doing, events for weddings, whether that's doing events for parties, okay, you can start to build your business that way. And I will tell you this, if you're doing it all yourself, you're going to be beating your head against the wall. I would actually suggest that you look at hiring at least a couple people, alright, a couple employees who are doing the shopping, while you have a couple people who are actually doing the catering. Okay, so if you have like a work van where you can store things in dry storages and fridges and freezers, that's really cool, because then you can drive out to events and you can cater that way, and it's a little bit more mobile and a little bit more flexible. But those are just ideas, different approaches you could go down. But that essentially is really what you need when it comes down to this. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you out. I look forward to seeing you kick butt doing that. But in addition to this video, okay, for those of you who are looking at this because you just want to build a business, to be your own boss, you want to build a business to build your own income, if that's what you're looking for, I would actually suggest before you consider starting a catering business, okay, before you head down that path, before you walk down that path, dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, a storefront, possibly a work van where you can drive around, learn how to build a leveraged business model to get a return on your investment faster, where your profit and income can be higher, but your overhead's a lot smaller. And my story and experience with this, if you're only looking at this because you want to be your own boss and you want to build an income, goes back about a year ago when I transitioned from a traditional business setting, came across a person who was building a business on the internet without cold prospecting, without chasing people down, without driving down to people's places and spending hours on end there, without doing any of that stuff. Not to say it's bad, if you enjoy it, that's awesome, but without doing that, okay, so they had more time freedom, they had flexibility, they had leverage, they weren't creating their own products, dealing with inventory, they weren't dealing with shipping and handling, and I started to model and copy them because they're making more money every month than I was making like 2 whole years, and in less than about 30 days after modeling them, I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time, quit corporate America, put my other business off to the side, and haven't looked back since. And those aren't average or typical results. Alright, I had to work my butt off, had to learn stuff like you'd have to do in any business. But if you're looking at starting a business because you want to be your own boss, you want to create leverage, time, freedom, flexibility to do what you want, when you want, there is work required. I'm not talking about getting rich quick here. If you're looking to get rich quick, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. But if you're looking to build a business because of that, I would suggest before you consider starting a catering business, learn to build a business on the internet, alright? Even though what I've shared with you is really the foundation of what you actually need to start a catering business, if you're only looking at it because you want to be your own boss, create your own income, flexibility, learn to build a business online. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's just my last spiel. And connect with someone who's building a business online if you are interested. Connect with someone who's already doing it, who's willing to connect with you. That way you don't have to walk down a path you never walked down before and get all frustrated and overwhelmed and have blood, sweat, and tears and all that stuff and more. So Appreciate you. It's been fun. I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world, and like I said, seeing your success story and seeing you prosper. And if in addition to this video you'd like to learn more information about how to build a business on the internet, this is something you're serious about, you're willing to work, willing to learn, check out my site, connect with me. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put a link in the description below, and I'll see you later. Take care.